All right, let's finish up example 2. We've got one more here before we move to example 3, and we kind of take it up a notch. Let's see, can you see example? There we go. There's example 2C. So everything inside here is being raised to the third power. Everything. Everything on the top, everything on the bottom, every number, every x, every y, everything is being raised to the third power. So let's start with what's going on upstairs. I have 3 raised to the third power. Now, we just saw what 3 raised to the third power was in letter B. Just because now this is upstairs instead of downstairs, it's still the same. 3 to the third power will always be 27. So this is a 27 right here. Now, x is already raised to the 5th power, but it's got another power here. So if I'm raising 5 to the 3rd power, I multiply. So that becomes x to the 15th. So everything upstairs is taken care of. Now let's look and see what's going on downstairs. 7 to the 3rd power. 7 to the 3rd power, that's 7 times 7 times 7. Now this one I need some help with because I don't know what 7 to the 3rd power is. So I'm going to take my calculator and I'm going to ask the calculator, what is 7 to the 3rd power? 343. So that goes down here in the denominator. Now, y, that's y squared. Y squared is raised to the 3rd power. 2 times 3 is y to the 6th. Now, 27 and 343, I believe both of them can be divided by 3, I think. I may be wrong, let me check. So we want to simplify that if we can. We cannot. That may be as far as we can take it unless you guys can find a number that goes into both. I'm not sure. Let me see if 343 divided by 9. Nope, no, not either. Well, let me see. 343 divided by 27. Nope, don't have anything. So I can't simplify these as far as I can tell. And then because these are 2 different bases, I can't subtract the 15 and the 6. So I'm done. These are easy problems, ladies and gentlemen. Don't make careless mistakes. Remember when to multiply. Remember when you're supposed to add. Remember when you're supposed to subtract. The rest is easy. Now, for example 3, we're going to put some things all together. Going to put the division rules together, some subtraction with the like bases, and raising that power to a power if you have a quotient. So let's start with letter A. So I have a squared divided by b, all raised to the 5th power, times 1 divided by 2a squared. So please notice how nice and neat everything is here. I've got my division signs kind of lined up together so that I can clearly see what my upstairs is and what my downstairs is. But before we can even get to that, let's take care of this 5 out here. This 5 is telling me that everything in here, both the top and the bottom, are raised to the 5th power. Well, my a already has a power, so if I'm going to raise this 2nd power to the 5th power, I multiply. That becomes a to the 10th. My b is just b to the 5th, just raised to the 5th power, times 1 over 2a squared. Now, I've got everything lined up nice and neat, so what I'm going to do is multiply everything on the top, multiply everything on the bottom. A to the 10th times 1 is just a to the 10th. There's just a 2 here, so I just add my 2, put it right there. A squared. Please notice how I try to keep my a's lined up and my b. All right, now we're not done because you have an a on the top and the bottom. Well, what do you do when you have like bases that are being divided? You subtract the exponents. So 10 minus 2 becomes 8. So this is a to the 8th divided by, oops, I forgot my 5 right there. I got it. 2b to the 5th. The 2 and the b stay exactly where they are because nothing changed. Right? So, last video.